Well, I guess I'll just go live for my Week 9 picks. First and foremost, I'm not going to do my biggest winner and loser yet because the week hasn't ended. Week 8 hasn't ended, but I do my picks on a Monday night on the day of the Monday Night Football game, which it's 12:03 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thursday night game, we got the Houston Texans and the Philadelphia Eagles. This game is in Houston. I'm in the minority who thinks it'll be a close game because Houston always plays tough. Houston's played tough this year. Philly, they're undefeated, but let's be real. Most teams in the league would be undefeated with that schedule. That schedule is embarrassing. The Lions, primetime captain Kirk, week 3, Washington, the worst team in the league. Week 4, who do they play week 4? Let me look this up. Week 4, they had to play against Jacksonville, who just got figured out. Week 5, you barely beat Arizona, who is not a good football team. You beat Dallas. Okay, that's the one contender that you've played is Dallas. And you beat Pittsburgh, who is rebuilding. The Texans, they just suck. But I think they'll find a way to compete in this game. But I think Philly will win. It's simple. Philly's the better team. I got Philly taking this game 38-31. It'll somehow be close. Next up, here we go. We got the Chargers and the Falcons. This game is in Atlanta. The Chargers had a bye week, and the Falcons are coming off a win over the Panthers. But if I'm being honest, I think the Panthers are a better football team than the Falcons right now. The Falcons, they're terrible. The only reason they won last night was because the refs find every single excuse to throw a flag. Literally because the refs are so damn lame, the game went to overtime. And Joey Sly is a terrible kicker. But Joey Sly would have made that extra point if, they didn't throw a flag. Damn, internet decided to fuck me over. But anyways. The Falcons, they should have lost to Seattle. They should have lost to Cleveland. They should have lost to the Niners. And they should have lost last night. They're a bad football team. Bad teams always find a way to lose. And they're going to find a way to lose this game. Chargers win this game 40-28. Next game, we got the Miami Dolphins and the Chicago Bears games. This is not my lock of the week, but I don't think it's going to be close. The Bears, I don't know what the fuck they're doing. They're so incompetent. It's not even funny how incompetent they are. They play like the worst team in their division. Like, they do. They're a really bad football team. Last night just showed you how incompetent the Bears are, and the Dolphins should have no problem with this one. Miami wins 55-10. Next game, we got the Panthers and the Bengals. This game is in Cincy. P.J. Walker should be Carolina's starter going forward. Baker Mayfield, bust. Sam Darnold, terrible, and he's hurt. Yeah, Matt Corral's a rookie. Yeah, people are like, what about Matt Corral? He's hurt right now. Then the Bengals. We'll see what they are tonight against Cleveland. Everyone is hyping up the Bengals to no fucking end. And I'm sick and tired of them getting hyped up. They're overrated. They're overpraised. They're overhyped. I said I literally told everyone, do not be surprised if the Bengals fall off. And it looks like they have been falling off. The Bengals do not look as good as everyone says they do. I've watched a few Bengals games this year. They have not impressed me one bit. Especially I watched that Cowboys game. They were awful. They weren't good against Pittsburgh. The Jets, that was their first win in that was the Bengals' first time winning in MetLife in a long time. Week 4, Tua got roughed. I never see hits like that. Week 5, Zach Taylor is overrated. Week 6, they won against the Saints, where they should have lost. And Week 7, the Falcons just aren't good. Newsflash, the Falcons aren't good. Well, yeah, the Bengals are overhyped. They're still better than Carolina. They're still a better team than Carolina. And I think the Bengals win this game 28-17 over the Panthers. Next game, who would have thought the Green Bay Packers would be a tank bowl? We got the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers. This game is in Ford Field. Who would have thought the Green Bay Packers would be on a tank bowl? Who would have thought that? Lions, I don't know what the fuck happened to them. I gave them so much credit with their offense, and they go out and struggle the rest of the way. Now, Aaron Rodgers does own the Lions. If there's anyone but the Bears he owns the most, it's the Lions. But this is a different Aaron Rodgers who is really showing he's washed. Now, the O-line sucked last night, but the receivers played decent, to say the least. This is my tank bowl. Who would have thought this would be my tank bowl for week 9 in the preseason? Who would have thought that? I don't understand. And the reason they're 3-5 is Aaron Rodgers. Defense played good, except week 1 against the Vikings. Week 2, they were good. Week 3, they were good. Week 4, it was good. Week 5, it was good up until the 4th game quarter. Week 6, it wasn't great, but it was decent. Just Aaron Rodgers, they were just gassed. And then week 7, pitiful. Actually, no, it was decent, but they're gassed. Last night was pitiful. Normally, I'm a type of guy who's, whenever you're in doubt of who to pick, you go home team. But I'm not going to do it. I think Green Bay gets back on track and gets the win over Detroit. I think they beat Detroit in a very close game by a final score of 17-14 in an ugly tight game. Next game, we got the Raiders and the Jaguars. This game is in Jacksonville. Raiders by 20. Like, really? My God. I don't care if the Raiders didn't score on the Saints. Jacksonville is atrocious. They've fallen to reality now. We all gave them way too much credit. This won't be close. 20-3. Give me the Raiders. Won't even be close. Next up, we have the Colts and the Patriots. This game's in New England. Two mid football teams. This is a good old-fashioned mid-off. The Colts lost to the worst team in the league, and the Patriots surprisingly beat the Jets. Patriots, you're still the worst team in the AFC East. Everyone is picking New England. I don't know how New England is favored, but give me the fucking Colts. This is my upset of the week. Indy wins a close game over New England. A defensive standstill. 20-17. A game-winning field goal by the Colts. Next up, wow. I can't believe I'm saying this, but this is my game of the week. Why is this my game of the week, you may ask? The Bills, 6-1, and the New York Jets. Yes, the New York Jets are on my game of the week. Who would have thought that? Unbelievable what Robert Saleh is doing. I apologize for that, but Buffalo, they do not impress me one bit. Buffalo has not impressed me at all this year. Literally, they should have lost to KC. Buffalo last night didn't impress me. But yeah, right, they're the best team in football. They're not the best team in the league. I don't think they're even close to the best team in the league. The Jets, definitely better. Buffalo, better now. But better than the Bills? Probably no. Buffalo will probably win this game. I think they will because they're just simply the better team. The Bills, if there was a third overrated team, it's got to be them. Literally, what have they done that's impressive? They've done what they're supposed to do. It's not impressive. Baltimore lost that game more than Buffalo won. This game, they were expected to beat Green Bay. They did not impress me in that game either. They didn't impress me at all. The only key factor is Stephon Diggs, because Josh Allen did not have that good of a game. It's just the run game for Buffalo stepped up, and Stephon Diggs. Buffalo will win this game 38-27. Next up, we got the Vikings and the Commies. This game is in Washington. Everyone's like, Taylor Heinicke, undefeated starter. Taylor Heinicke this. Taylor Heinicke is not a good quarterback. He just got lucky that he has Terry McLaurin, who is a top 15 wide receiver in the league. But that streak ends. Minnesota blows out the Commies 45-9. This will not be a close game. I'm telling you, this game is not going to be close. Washington is the worst team in the league. Their defense has been on a milk carton this year. Their offense isn't any good. They're the worst team in the league. Minnesota dominates Washington. It won't be close. Next up, we got the Seahawks and the Cardinals. This game is in Arizona. Arizona lost again, no surprise. Seattle, they won over the New York Giants. I'm going to make it short and simple. Seattle wins convincingly. I think Seattle wins convincingly here. Arizona, they aren't a good football team. It's safe to say. Won't be that close of a game. 45-22. Give me the Seahawks over the Cardinals. Next up, we got LA and Tampa. This game is in Tampa. The Rams are coming off a very physical loss to the 49ers, where Christian McCaffrey just killed them. And then the Buccaneers, they surprised me by making it competitive against Baltimore. The Rams, they suck, okay? The Rams are not a good football team. They're just not good. And not to mention, they lost Cooper Kupp. They're going to lose this game. The Bucs are going to win convincingly here. The Rams have looked bad. They've looked worse than the Bucs. I've watched both of these teams, and the Rams looked worse. The Rams, no Cooper Kupp. Allen Robinson is not a number one receiver. He's not a bad receiver, but he's not a number one receiver. Cooper Kupp is probably going to be out. They don't have a run game. Matthew Stafford is looking like the Matthew Stafford in Detroit. He does not look good this year. The Rams defense has been on a milk carton. It was overhyped. They almost let the damn Falcons come back on them. The Bucs, and not to mention the Rams, are traveling all the way to Tampa, who's getting a lot of rest. Tampa wins this one 31-10. Alrighty, we got what a lot of people have as their game of the week. The Kansas City Chiefs at home against the Tennessee Titans. This game is in KC. I'm in the minority. Everyone thinks game of the week. Not me. This is easily my lock of the week. Tennessee is the worst division leader. It's not even close. Tennessee struggled with the damn Texans. They should have lost to Washington. They should have lost to the Colts twice. They should have lost to the Raiders. Tennessee is a bad football team, okay? They're not. And the Chiefs are the best team in the league. They're the best team in the league, and they're probably going to win the Super Bowl. This is no doubt about it, my lock of the week. Titans go to Arrowhead, too, and they do not win in Arrowhead. 75-0 Kansas City. This is not going to be a close game at all. Literally, it will not be a close game. This is not going to be close at all. Tennessee has no chance in hell. Kansas City is the best team in the league. Tennessee is the worst division leader. What's there to give? It's simple. Lock of the week, 75-0 Chiefs. Next up, what a boring Monday night game. We have the Baltimore Ravens and the New Orleans Saints. This game's in the Superdome. New Orleans, I don't care you won. You're still overrated. You're still not that good of a football team. Preseason, I was like, this is going to be a fun-ass Monday night game. But now, it's going to be a blowout. New Orleans' defense is overrated. I overhyped the fuck out of the Saints' defense. They are disgustingly overhyped defensively. Their offense is all right, although Kamara got free TDs, should not be playing because of the legal trouble that he's in. Baltimore. Greg Roman is incompetent, but I get the game plan. Attack an injured secondary in the Bucs. Then when they split the gaps open, you start running the damn ball. And that's what the Ravens did. Hit against Tampa. That's exactly what Baltimore did. Ran the damn ball through their throat. I think Baltimore wins this one in a blowout. Plus, this is primetime Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton is just as bad as Captain Kirk on a primetime game. This one isn't going to be really close. Baltimore wins in an absolute blowout here. 45-22 over the Saints. Anyways, y'all, I'm heading out of this bitch. See y'all next time. Peace.